new here, um, I try my best to keep the reading general, but if love pops up, which it usually tends to, then it pops up. I know sometimes my readings will resonate with some people, sometimes they won't. Even if they have resonated for someone in the past, it doesn't mean that every single time I put out a reading it will resonate, okay? So just take what resonates and leave what doesn't. With that being said, let's get started. So I try my best. I always have an aim for every zodiac, like, oh, just keep it simple, get straight to the point, don't talk too much, because I'm a Gemini and we talk too much. But it's like, it always ends up being long because I always generally want to get into the nitty gritty of things, and I want to make sure that I'm relaying the message as clear as I can whilst getting as much information as I can. So many apologies. I feel like in the future, like I take a lot of personal readings, and it's been really good. You know, it's an extra side hustle, but I feel like one day I'll stop doing personal readings and just do YouTube readings, only because I also get paid on YouTube, and I feel like I talk so much in general, like in my picker cards and my zodiac, so it's almost like free readings, right? That you don't have to pay for. So, anyways, so what's going on with Virgos? Okay, we have no, we have karmic, we have in a year, we have maybe, we have anger, we have ego, we have I'm sorry. Okay. All right, so this is very specific, so it's not going to resonate with every single Virgo. Um, you could have someone in your energy, whether it's a past person or just someone who's in your energy field, even if they're not physically doing much in your life. You have someone who's angry. Okay, we have anger here, and this is a comic. This is someone who you may have triggered. Okay, you could have walked away from this person, or you could have realized their antics and kind of distanced yourself a bit. Or I feel another energy of someone feels entitled to your time and your energy, and when you don't give it, they take it as a personal attack. And it's having you feel uncomfortable because I feel like you may be in this state of mind where you want to be kind and cordial with people, you want to be polite, but at the same time it's like I feel like in your mind, think, isn't it common sense or social awareness or emotional intelligence for people to understand that they're not entitled to my time? If I give my time to someone, it's come from, you know, the bottom of my heart, and I've had to sacrifice a bit of my energy. It's not something that should be entitled. It's something that is genuinely a privilege, right? But you have someone feeling some type of way. Either this person could be possessive, and they feel like, oh, you know, I basically own you, Virgo. And I feel like Virgo, like you don't want anyone to feel that way about you. It's just like, listen, I was just being nice, but you don't own me. You know, you could have walked away from an ex, or you could have walked away from someone who just was basically pushing the boundaries. Because we do have maybe here, and we also have no in reverse. And if the no was upright, I would see this more as certainty, more of dominance, more of boundaries being made, but it's reversed. And then there's maybe, which tells me there's a bit of doubt. So make sure that you guys are actually setting boundaries and sticking to them, because I'm getting that there's like a karmic energy or someone who is quite jarring, quite triggering or triggered by you. They are trying to push your boundaries. Okay, they're trying to like really, really get in the nitty gritty and like, oh, fuck your boundaries, Virgo. It's just like, who are you to feel entitled to Virgo? Like, what the fuck? So make sure that you're not allowing people to push your boundaries. And if you said something, it should be your final say. You know, I feel like I'm just getting someone begging. You know, you could have walked away from someone, but they just refused to let go of you energetically. But we also have ego and inner year. Okay, so I do feel like with time you will you okay. So the ego is not bad, right? Ego is not always bad. You know, it's just it's not good to have a big ego, but sometimes the ego is there to protect us, right? It's a form of self-esteem, right? And it does protect us. I do feel like someone in your past or your recent current energy, like someone just feels like they're so entitled to you and they can push your boundaries as much as they can. And I feel like from a year from now, or from now towards a year, I feel like you're gonna finally have a breaking point and you're like, you know what, fuck this shit. I don't care if I don't come off as nice anymore. Who are you to be entitled to my energy? Like, who are you? You might walk away from someone, or you might set firm boundaries or put someone in their place, and that's you protecting yourself and valuing your self-esteem. And you're gonna have people wanting to apologize to you, because we do have I'm sorry. So someone feels really bad. I feel like it's giving that sort of I don't know why I heard restraining order, but it's giving that kind of feeling where like someone just can't let go of your energy or won't let you go even physically, and it's just like, leave me alone. So they start stalking, begging. Maybe they're gonna try and, you know, message you or call you on private number, whatever, and it's just like, leave me alone. And at first they probably think maybe I can get by pushing their boundaries. I mean, it's worked every time. And then they're gonna come to the realization that they can't keep doing that. Eventually you say no and you stick to it, you know, and then they're gonna feel bad and they're gonna apologize because they're gonna realize that maybe I've lost Virgo. And again, I'm not really getting it's has to be romantic. It's getting either as a friend or a lover. It's not really like a clear cut throat thing. So make sure you are setting boundaries with people. You may be really booked and busy, Virgo. So it's just like some people really feel like they're entitled to your time. And it's just like, I ain't got time for that. Or someone just misses your energy. Okay. But your energy is expensive. Okay. We have the Star card. What else is going on with Virgo? We have Hanged Man. We have the Knight of Pentacles. We have the Four of Swords. We have the Eight of Wands. We have the Three of Wands. And we have the Three of Pentacles. Next to it is the Six of Swords. Okay. Again, it seems like a very typical reading for a Virgo. I'm just getting work, work, work. You know, we have the Four of Swords here and the Knight of Pentacles, which just tells me like you're hustling in private. I feel like if you're working towards a goal in life, because some of you, I feel like your biggest fear is failure. And it's like you're very analytical and precise with things. So I feel like whatever you're working towards, try not to be too much of a perfectionist because it may prevent you from taking action. Like for example, if you do something online or you have a business online, you may not post content because every time you do get a little bit of material, you over analyze it and you think, oh, it's not perfect enough to post, and then you never end up posting and then no one ever sees it. So that's just an example though. So make sure you are not being too much of a perfectionist, but it's okay to build yourself up at a slow pace. It's okay to not have achieved a certain level of success in your life, because at the end of the day, we will have different times for different things. And I feel like the longer you work on your craft, whatever you're doing, it's actually building character for you. So it's like you still have that humility intact when you do make it, rather than someone who blows up randomly and then, you know, they don't know how to act and they start acting arrogant, right? So I feel like you are in your introverted phase right now and just working on yourself. Some people are taking this personally, I can't lie. Okay, you're in a period of life where things have been stagnant, but it's like you kind of feel like, okay, how do I speed things up? And it's funny because once you let yourself go and stop being too analytical and too perfect with things, that's when you're going to see the speed pick up, because it's just a change of perspective. So it's not necessarily something you have to do differently in your life, but I'm getting that there's a need for you to change a perspective of how you view things. You could be thinking, oh, everything has to be perfect in order for this to happen. You could have done things by the book, and now you're starting to realize that you can use the manifestation to make your dreams come in faster. It's a change of perspective. Okay, in this time of stagnation, you have become enlightened to a different way of looking at things. Okay, we do have the Three of Wands and the Star card. I feel like you guys are destined for success, but I also hear healing. Like I feel like you're just focused on yourself. You've been let down and disappointed in many aspects of your life before, but it's never stopped you being persistent. So I feel like you're just going on forward, and now you're going to be receiving your flowers with time in the near future. I do feel like regardless, you are moving towards something bigger and better in your career. Okay, but what's coming forward is mostly just work. All right, so what's going to be happening for Virgo? What's going to be happening for Virgo? We have the Six of Pentacles. We have the the Five of Swords. We have the Death card. We have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the World. And we have the Hermit. Here you guys are. And we have the Seven of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Okay, I feel like you're in this period of introspection, thinking like, okay, if I put the fruits of my labor, I want to see the results. I've been working hard for this. I've been grinding it, even investing. For some of you, you could have businesses or you're trying to start up something and you're waiting to hear back. Some of you could be applying for jobs and you're trying to see if you can, you know, if you basically get the job. But for others of you, I feel like you're analyzing your life. You're like, okay, if I've put this amount of effort and this time and energy into this, I want to see that it comes with results, right? And this is you guys. You're going through a period of transformation. Maybe some of you have looked at yourself and you feel like, what can I change about myself and my way of thinking and the way that I do things so that I can achieve success? So you guys are really over analyzing yourselves right now, which is actually really good because it means that you're keeping yourself in check. right? You're keeping yourself in a way where you know what you need to do to improve, and you're making the adjustments instead of being a victim. You're not victimizing yourself. Like if things are happening slow, you're not like, oh, woe is me. You're like, what can I do differently? So I feel like you're going through a period of transformation and reflection and thinking, how can I bring more income, more opportunities in my life? Okay, even if it's love related, like how can I bring more love into my life? But I do feel like if you've been in any mental confliction with people, or you've been dealing with people who are a bit, argumentative, regardless, anything that's like making you feel a bit unsettled, uncomfortable, or you feel like you have to struggle mentally, I feel like you're closing the cycle because you're doing a lot of reflection. You're going through that period of transformation. I do feel with this energy of being selective with what you put yourself into, you're mastering the ideology of, I don't have to work hard anymore. I just have to work smart. So it's like you're being selective of what you invest in and what you put your time and energy into, and who you put your time and energy into. And doing that is what's going to actually bring you towards a really lucky opportunity, because we do have the Wheel of Fortune. It's upright, so it's in your favor. So things will be turning into your direction. Okay, as in like for the better. A lot of stability, a lot of money coming through. So what's being hidden from Virgo, and what does Virgo need to know? What does Virgo need to know? What is being hidden from Virgo? We have the Five of Wands. We have the Knight of Pentacles. We have the Eight of Wands. We have the Hanged Man. We have the Star card. We have the Queen of Pentacles. And then we have the Seven of Swords with the Tower card, but it's also near the Four of Pentacles. So this is good energy. I feel like if you've been in this period of, again, stagnation, confusion, everything feels still, you feel like you're not getting anywhere, or this is inner conflict, or even if you are arguing with other people, but regardless of the situation, this is all coming to an end. Because again, you're just going to be in your introverted phase, just focus on yourself, working hard in silence, even if it takes a while, because I have to warn you, it may take a while before you get there, but you're willing to remain consistent. And that's the beauty about being a Virgo. I do feel like you're in the midst of you going to achieve your dreams. You'll be doing the inner work. You'll be doing the inner healing, the shadow work. But I feel like you will also get recognition for everything you're doing. So recognition doesn't even have to mean views, likes, or anything online. It can even mean in your workplace or in your family setting, where people are going to be congratulating you on something very soon. I do feel like it is career related, because I do see abundance coming in for you fast. So again, for some of you who may even be unemployed, I feel like you're going to get the job that you really want, or going to get a job that you really, really want. And I do feel like it's going to come in faster than expected. And then you're going to feel like you're very independent and you can provide for yourself. Okay, you're going to feel like I don't have to, live paycheck to paycheck anymore. There's like an increase of abundance I'm seeing. Okay, I also heard, when I saw these three cards here, I also heard avoiding a disaster, and now I do see the Three of Cups here. Underneath, I do see the Sun card. I don't want to pull out too many cards, but I feel like you're going to be celebrating something. There's going to be an achievement that you end up winning and celebrating. But other than that, I feel like you're avoiding with this Seven of Swords. I feel like you're avoiding an unexpected disaster. Okay, because usually I don't interpret the Tower card to be necessarily negative, but in this particular case, I feel like there was something negative that you're avoiding because you're being introverted. You're not giving so much of your time and energy to people, and you're being very secretive about your moves. So this is what's going to help you avoid any sort of disasters. That's what's being hidden from you, and that's what you need to know. Okay, can I get a 10 card spread for Virgo? We have the King of Swords, we have the Page of Swords, we have the Moon card, we have the Chariot, we have the Judgment, we have the Four of Wands, we have the Ace of Cups, we have the Six of Swords, we have the Sun card, we have the Three of Cups, and I feel like overall, what is this? Why is it not releasing? Is it stuck to the page? Okay, we have the Six of Wands. Okay, overall energy, we have the Two of Pentacles. So this is the overall energy. So I do feel like you're going to be feeling really busy. If right now you feel like your life is on easy mode, you're not really doing much, you're going to be extremely busy, booked and busy. Okay, that's the main theme. But I do feel like with this King of Swords and the Page of Swords, I do feel like right now you're being more logical. Even if you're a female, you're more in your masculine energy right now. Just using your head over your heart and getting shit done. Be aware that there are people trying to snoop and get information about you. maybe even from you. They might try and, you know, pull the whole, hey, oh, I've missed you. How's it been? Yeah. Like sometimes people just want information from you. And I feel like you're being tight lipped. With this King of Swords energy, is usually nonchalant. He doesn't really talk as much. He talks about what is relevant and doesn't really say anything else. He's not really a gossip person. So I feel like people are gonna just try and like get information from you, but I feel like you're not really gonna pay them any mind. You just focus more on whatever you're doing because you're tunnel visioned, right? And this is also cards about making sure that you get enough research done in order to make a correct decision in regards to something to do with your future, whether it be love, whether it be career, whether it be family, okay? The obstacle here is intuition, your moon card, okay? The moon is all about elimination, but it's also about intuition and inner foresight. So I do feel like you may be using your logic, which is great, but make sure you're not neglecting your intuition. If you have like an inner feeling about something, do investigate that. You know, that's probably why you're being encouraged to investigate more information, research something before coming to a conclusion about something, because logically something may make sense one way, but spiritually it may feel different in another way. So you're being asked to use your intuition. That could be in terms of the job, or even just in love. You might get a love offer from someone and you may feel like a little bit skeptical. So even if they appear right on paper, like everything's great, you know, this person is being nice, they're saying the right things, they have a good job, you never actually know what someone's intentions are. If your gut feeling is pointing you in a different way, pay attention to that. We have the Chariot. So the Chariot is past or recent past energy. So I feel like in the past you may have rushed into situations with a lot of glee and then been met with disappointment, or something didn't really last long, whether it's a relationship or a career or some sort of opportunity. You may have started projects here and there and you felt like, okay, I couldn't really finish it because it wasn't perfect. Maybe you stared at something for too long and you realized now it's not good enough, and then you gave up on it. It's because you had the inspiration and then you wanted to act on it and you felt like, okay, it's not good enough. Something happened in such a short space of time, but it didn't give it time to be developed, if that makes sense. But I feel like right now you want to revisit it. With the Judgment card, it's like, okay, let's re-review what it was initially and see if it can be worked on. That's what you subconsciously need to do. I also feel like you do desire stability in your life, whether it's in love or career. I feel like it's in both. I'm getting an energy of both. You desire some sort of stability in your life so that you're not left wondering, like feeling like there's a lack. Okay, so a part of you guys, you're hustling, you're grinding. You also think about, will I get married one day? Will I be with my soulmate one day? You know, those are the things that may plague your mind, and you do genuinely want that. Okay, and God has not forgotten that, right? We have the Ace of Cups, so I do feel like new love will be on the way for you in the very near future, but you need to decide whether you're going to be ready for it, okay? I feel like that past person, the ex or the friend or whoever was the karmic in the beginning of the reading is going to feel really salty about it, okay? But with this Six of Swords, this is in your strength position. I feel like you're moving forward regardless. You're embodying the ideology of, if it comes, it comes. If it goes, it goes. If it stays, it stays. And again, redirecting your mindset is what's getting you through the door. It's what's actually helping you get towards where you're meant to be. I feel like people are viewing you as content regardless. You're happy. You're trying to stay positive no matter what is going on. Some people may not even realize if you have some certain struggles or mentally challenging, conflicting situations, but you're remaining positive, or at least that's how people are perceiving you. I feel like what you want is to celebrate something. So maybe you applied for something and you want to be able to know that if you got the job, or if you got accepted into school, or if you are going to be, you know, getting into a relationship, dating, you want to know that your crush likes you back. Whatever it is, you're waiting on that celebration. Okay, I feel like Six of Wands is your overall outcome. So you are going to be successful in whatever you put your mind to, but just remember, things may take time, and don't be disheartened. It's all about your mentality. Okay, with that being said, let's get your advice. What's the advice for Virgo? What's the advice for Virgo? Yeah, we have say thank you. Make sure you're expressing gratitude to God or to whoever you believe in, so that things can multiply. Okay, I feel like a lot of people will also be giving you your literal, your flowers. People are going to be showing more appreciation towards you. You also have cleared the fog. Yeah, the Five of Swords did come up in your reading, which does signify mental conflict. I feel like anything that is confusing you, it will be made aware, but make sure you're following your intuition. And if something is giving you stress, don't be afraid to walk away from it, but do follow your intuition, because the picture will become a lot clearer with time. We also have say no, and this is all about boundaries. Remember what I said at the beginning of the reading? There was a need to set certain boundaries with people, and perhaps you didn't want to hurt a few feelings, but it's what's necessary and it's what is required of you in order for you to live peacefully. All right, this could even be setting boundaries with family. But we also have blow off some steam. Yeah, some of you could feel angry that people feel so entitled to your time and energy. It's like, well, who the hell do you think you are? Like, why is everyone on my dick? You know, I just need some space. And you could be feeling that kind of way. So it's okay to let it all out. You could be feeling a lot of pressure from different people or even family. Okay. Any other information / advice for Virgo? I always want these readings to be short and it always ends up being long. Okay. We have loyalty. Okay. We have healing and we have protection. Okay, so I do feel like this is screaming love, right? I feel like some of you really want love, like you want to settle down with someone one day, you want to be in love with someone one day, but it's like you may struggle to trust people because you may have had your trust broken, or someone could have let you down in some sort of way. So I feel like what you value most is loyalty, because maybe you guys have been cheated on and that was absolutely fucking devastating. So it's like loyalty or nothing, okay? But you guys are in a period of healing and there is a need to heal, so there's no rush. But I do feel like new love is trying to approach into your life, so that, you know, be aware of how much you've healed in that journey so that you can make space for that. You know, we have protection here, so I do feel like you guys are guarding your heart. You're very selective of what you put your time and energy into. There could be people who even shoot their shot with you or show some interest in you, and you're just like very like you're not into it. You're like, okay, I'm just focused on my money. And I feel like you working hard for your money could also be a coping mechanism, so be aware of that. Okay, but you are protected from people who are not really good for you, but make sure you're not being too much. Like, there needs to be a balance. This balance is the key to everything, right? We have introspection, so I do see you having a lot of introspection on how you want to move, what you want to do next, and, you know, feeling like who is worthy of your time and who isn't. Okay, I'm hearing I'm stingy with my love. Beyonce is actually a Virgo as well. Okay, what advice do you have for Virgo? Yeah, we have it's up to you. Okay, so you could be waiting for the universe or God to make a way for you, but sometimes it's up to you. Okay, whatever you're trying to manifest, it really is up to you. Some of you may feel like, is this really meant for me? It's kind of like when I get clients that ask me, oh, is this man meant for me? Is this woman meant for me? Is this job meant for me? It's just like, you get to decide that. Do you want them? Okay, cool. Is everything great? What does your intuition tell you? You know, like you can't rely on other people to tell you. You know, there's something that you are wanting in the future and you are destined for it, but right now it may not be the right time, so you might not receive it right now, but you will within due time. We also have if you believe, so make sure that you're remaining positive and you're using manifestation techniques, because I'm getting it will work. I also have script writing and stones. Even writing something and burying it in the ground. I don't know why, but money is coming in for you, because I do feel like something on my hand, like not itchy, but a really weird sensation. So money is coming in for you. We also have this situation will improve. So whatever you're working towards, it will improve. So don't worry, stay positive. Any other advice you have for Virgo? Okay, we have big picture thinking. We have star, ancestors, hidden secrets. We have you got the love, and we have Horus energy. So again, another card regarding loyalty. You guys value loyalty. We have star brothers. Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, trust. You want someone to make you feel safe, especially if you're a feminine. Like, you could have dealt with men where you had to wear the pants and you didn't feel safe, or you had to operate in your masculine energy. So for once, it's like, you know what? I want to be able to feel safe. I want to be able to say, you know what? This person's got my back. And if you don't feel safe with people, then you have your guard up, okay? I do feel like you are pissing a lot of people off for some reason, because we have you got the love, Hyderian energy, codependency, boundaries. Make sure you are setting your boundaries. And who gives a fuck if that hurts someone's feelings? Everybody's entitled to have boundaries, and people must respect your boundaries. I feel like you are attracting people who are quite codependent, and it could even be in friendships, and you're just like, leave me alone. You know, you could have your guard up, and people need to understand that healing doesn't happen overnight, and maybe you're just not as receptive and open to certain people, you know. But we do have star ancestors, hidden secrets, lost wisdom. Look a little deeper. So there is something you need to be paying attention to. Again, this is about perspective, about the way you look at the world, the way you view things. There's something about your thought process that needs to be redirected. Okay, maybe less logic and more intuition, or vice versa. There's just something different. But we also have big picture thinking, Pallades energy, visionary, inspired ideas. So if you're dreaming big, basically, don't give up on that dream. Don't make it look like, oh, I don't think I can achieve this. You can. Okay, it's aligned within you, and anything that's unaligned must go. Okay. What love advice do you have for Virgo? What love advice do you have for Virgo? We have keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type or expectation. So you may have dreamt that your soulmate looks a certain way or acts a certain way, but you'd be surprised that your soulmate is everything you need. Not necessarily what you may want, but it's something you need. So depending on how much work we've done on ourselves as soulmates, we will attract many soulmates in this lifetime. But that high level, settling down, happy in love soulmate, yeah, you'll get that once you've done the shadow work. So keep an open mind. You may fall in love with someone who you really didn't expect to fall in love with, but we have flirt. Extend your light-hearted energy to others. Yeah, I feel like you're coming off as very fuck off, basically, like don't approach me energy. And basically spirit is saying you need to let loose if you want love. Like you need to be a bit more open to others, because people are misinterpreting your energy if that's not what you want to come across. Okay, I feel like for the time being right now you're just retreating, you're just disconnecting from others, because I feel like, I don't know if this is advice, but this is what you're doing right now, and I feel like it's to protect yourself. So maybe you'll find love when you least expect it, and you'll be more flirtatious, or you're being guided to be more flirtatious with someone you talk to next. But for the time being, retreat. We do have passion. So I do feel like you're going to be meeting someone in the future who will spark this passion in you. If you feel like, oh no, I don't have time for that, you'll find yourself out of nowhere just wanting to be in love and wanting to discover a thing or two, and you'll be more passionate with someone new as opposed to someone from your past. But that's what I'm getting, Virgo. I hope that was